Hey everyone, it's Desiree, day 3 for Spellbinders, and in this video I am featuring the Large Die Kit of the Month for November of 2022, and this is called Stylized Floral Kaleidoscope Slimline. So this set is going to give you a background die, which is really great, and then the pieces that sit on top of that background are layering dies. Now, what's even great is with the centerpieces that are layering, you could also stitch on them if you wanted to after you get them layered. I think that would be really beautiful to cross those stitches over the top 2 layers. So something to think about, and just another way to stretch our dies. I'm layering up the leaves, and what's great is not only do you get the top portion that you can die cut in one color, you get this other die that pretty much has the pieces separated. You just need to snip each end. So your leaves that you are creating can have a darker or a lighter overlay, and then the 2 pieces underneath, if you didn't want a paper piece, you could have 2 different colors just by gluing it onto the back of that. So you can either paper piece your colors in, or you could actually use the die that they provide and have those 2 colors added in there in no time. I chose an ivory card base, and this is a slimline card, and it measures 3.5 by 8.5. So you would cut your piece 7 by 8, and along the 7-inch side you would score at 3.5 to get this size slimline. When I put the border on, it gives me a 1/4 inch border around once it's set in place, and that large background die measures just over 3 inches by just over 8, so like 3 1/8 by 8 1/8, I would say, like a scant 1/8. Here I'm going to layer the medallions, and as I said, the base is solid, so you could layer the top 2 and do your stitching over that, which would look really cool. I used a a gold mirror cardstock to go over all of these pieces as the final touch. I am going to use an acrylic block for the gold mirror cardstock, and that's because Spellbinders mirror cardstock is double-sided, which I think is great. But it does take just a little bit for the liquid glue to adhere because it is a slick surface. So by putting that weight of the acrylic block, it'll help to adhere it just a little bit quicker to the medallion. I'm going to prop these up using some double-sided foam squares. And I'm going to go around the outer perimeter and also to the inside to adhere these. You could just cut multiple of the bottom layer to give your card dimension if you did not want to use your double-sided foam squares. The sentiment is really unique, and what I mean by that, yes, I know it says happy birthday, that's not unique, but the die is, and I know I've seen them before, but it's really interesting that the die just impresses the sentiment in just a little bit, and you can change and make that sentiment stand out by putting a strip of another cardstock behind it. So you could put black, any type of dark sentiment that you would want, and it would stick out. I just chose to put it along the tan, and even still you can see that tan coming through. So it's a good way to get a metal look for your sentiment with that type of a die. I didn't think it would be that visible, but after I put it on there, it really is. It truly, truly, really is. Now we're just going to have some fun placing the leaves. Now with the double-sided foam squares that I put, and this is one of the reasons why I did choose to put double-sided foam squares is because it'll lift it up and I'm able to tuck my leaves in. Although this is really tight, we're talking lots of layers of cardstock here. So we're just playing with the placement. I do like to collage. I do like to add pieces underneath and have them overlap. When it comes to an image, you may just want yours to be flat. And what's nice is you don't even have to add these leaves. So this die just has really a lot of possibilities of what you can actually do with it, which is great because we're always looking for ways to stretch our dies to get the most out of them instead of just using them one way. I'm pulling in some dark blue gemstones and I'm just going to play around with the shapes. So the largest size gem, I put those in the center, and now I'll play with the mid-tone size inside of the leaves and just putting them in different areas to accent and putting that into the light blue area, and then just making sure that they are adhered in there. That is our card for day 3 of the Spellbinders celebration for their kits of the month. I do look forward to this week. I hope you do too. Again, this is the large die called Stylized Floral Kaleidoscope Slimline. And I will have the links down below for this kit along with all of their other club kits if you want to check them out. Also to their store and also to their blog for so much more inspiration on any of their products. If you have a question, just make sure you leave that down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up, make sure you hit the bell, and hopefully YouTube will let you know when the next video is live. Guys, stay tuned. We are getting close. We are rounding the corner as we get closer to the holidays, and wow, do I have a lot coming up. So I'll put more of that in the community, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. So stay tuned. It's all wonderful and amazing. Enjoy. Have fun with this craft. Have fun with paper. It's the best medium that we have out there. At least I think we can do so much with it. Don't get frustrated, but enjoy the art that you do create, because that is what you are, creating art. But most of all, remember what's most important. Always be creative, guys. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Till then.